Trendsetter here, still in Las Vegas for AVN, and standing next to me, Aidra Fox. How are you?
Good, great. How are you?
Good. I joined the festivities here. The atmosphere is pretty crazy. I mean, everybody's so fun and so calm and so relaxed in terms of. No, calm in terms of like they're all relaxed and enjoying the atmosphere here. Obviously, it's chaotic back here as we're looking at it. What's it like for you, for a performer, to come here and meet your audience and then to come up to you and show you their appreciation for what you do?
This is my absolute favorite week of the year. I always tell everybody that whenever there's a new girl and they're nervous or anything, I go, this is what's going to make you realize this is what you want to do. Like coming here, meeting like you said, all the fans and all the people who support our industry, it makes you feel good. A lot of the time you get backlash or whatever it may be from, outsiders and stuff. And this is the 1 week a year where people come and are just so excited to meet you, and I'm excited to meet them. And it's very nice. Like I feel very at home here.
I feel at home talking to you right now because you just have such an infectious smile. You can't help but smile when you're around her, and you're so easy to talk to. But that being said, starting this business and being where you are now, after everything you've done in 2017 and now in 2018, what are you looking forward to? Not necessarily in terms of projects, but certain things and goals you hope to accomplish for yourself personally.
Well, personally, I would actually like to get back into school. I think that's something that I put off a lot in my 4 years now, and I'm excited to learn. I just love to learn new things and things like that. So,
anything in particular in mind you're thinking, I might want to try to dive into, see what it's about?
I want to be an esthetician, and that's just skincare and stuff like that, and cosmetology. I love makeup, and I love creative outlets and stuff like that, so I would like to do more creative things outside of this industry.
Oh, that's really interesting. And that being said, though, now that you're planning that stuff ahead of time, I always find it weird, whether you're in the business for a year or you're in the business for 10 years or 12 years that I've spoken to some people about, I always find it interesting, especially us, because we're so up and starting and we're kind of trying to make a name for ourselves as well in terms of branding ourselves. How's it for you right now, especially reflecting because the new year happened, the holidays happened, to kind of enjoy a little bit of the journey instead of worrying so much about, I got to do this, got to do that, got to do this?
Absolutely. No, I think you're absolutely right. Obviously always work hard and things like that, but also be in the moment, just enjoy everything, marketing, meeting people, things like that. It's always very fun. So yeah, I don't really exactly know what the question was.
No, the question was how important is it for you to kind of enjoy yourself in terms of the journey there, because it can be really easy to get lost in your work, even though it's something you're passionate about. We're passionate about this, but if I'm doing this 24/7, 365, I'm going to burn out. How do you prevent yourself from doing that?
Just like you said, remembering. There are so many times where I will go 6 months and it'll be like, I haven't, left my house or gone somewhere for my own self in 6 months. So
you need to be a little selfish for yourself sometimes.
Exactly. You just got to remember it. Like you said, you just got to think about it. Hey, I haven't done something in a while, so I'm going to take a little trip for myself. Or, I'm just a staycation. Just staying in your own home sometimes is just very comforting. So, yeah.
Speaking of the new year, how's the new year for you? How's your Christmas and New Year's?
It was awesome. A lot of time with family, and I actually cammed through a lot of it. So I spent the holidays with a lot of you guys.
Can you explain camming for me a little bit? I've never really dived into it. I understand that you go out there, you can tip individuals, you're reaching certain goals for certain things. You start off fully clothed, and towards the end, the goal is to obviously be fully nude or do a show for the people watching. How does that work? There's so many outlets out there for camming, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. And there's new websites coming out monthly, and a lot of them, like the ones behind us, My Free Cams and stuff, there are a lot of times where they set up games or they have a really good platform, which makes it easy to cam. And especially with them, they've been around for so long, they have such traffic, and the people that are on there have been on there for years. So they're always very nice. And yeah, like you said, you get on and you're clothed and you kind of set an amount of 1,000 tokens, 2,000 tokens, whatever you want. And
how much is the equivalent as a token?
Tokens are 5 cents.
Oh, okay.
So you can make a lot of money in a day, or you could make, $200 for a show, or it depends on how long you want to be out and how fun you are. You got to dance around, you got to giggle, you got to have fun with everybody and build relationships,
She's smiling again, I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, it's important. Build relationships and stuff like that. It's so much fun.
No, it is. It seems like, for example, a lot of people who are starting out and wanting to get into this business start out by doing things like that. And I noticed some people that, for example, want to step away from the adult film industry now go into that because they still have a following. How important is it for you right now at this stage to use things like social media? Because social media is huge. It's a huge boom. In pro wrestling, we cover professional wrestling, and it's a huge boom in professional wrestling. There's so much content out there similar to the adult film industry. How important is it for you right now to not only get in touch base with your fans, but to help your name and branding it to make sure that when the day you decide to step away, whether you're going to school for an extended period of time, or you say, hey, you know what, I kind of don't want to do this anymore, I want to go do something else. How important is it for you to kind of touch base on social media and how you use it for yourself?
I think social media is like our biggest outlet, especially Twitter. They are very open to us, allowing us to post our content and everything. And, again, with building relationships, like I was saying on camp, when you're on Twitter or Instagram and things like that, you're able to talk more with your fans, which is obviously building relationships, which makes them want to see you on websites and, make them request you on websites and stuff like that. And then, like you said, building your brand. Your fans will eventually follow you kind of into anything you decide to go into, whether it be not the industry or not camming or, outside of that, a lot of the times they still will follow you. So social media, I think, is our most important thing in this industry.
I mean, I wouldn't be right if I didn't touch base on this. Obviously, it's no secret that in the last couple of months there have been some unfortunate losses in the industry. How important is it for yourself to kind of ignore the noise that's always brought it? Because in any business, there's always scrutiny out there. There's always people that are not going to like you no matter what you do, not just in the adult film industry. How important is it for you to surround yourself with such positive influences, have that inner circle to keep you grounded and also keep you remembering why you're doing this in the first place?
It's extremely important to have a circle or a group around you of people who are very supportive. I always tell people, try to stick with your family as much as possible. A lot of girls come into this industry and they're like, oh, my family, not disown me, but, don't want to necessarily talk to me or talk to me about it and stuff. And I really urge a lot of people to try to open up your family's mind to it, because they're going to be there for you through it all. And if for some unfortunate reason you can't get that, then just find the friends that make it feel like family, because you're going to get shit in this industry. There's absolutely no way around it. And for 100 people that agree with you, there's going to be one person that disagrees with you. And you just have to remind yourself that that person is just not important in your life. You just move past it. You're doing what's right for yourself. You're doing what you want for yourself. So just keep your mind on that. That's all you got to focus on.
Well, I'm a huge admirer of yours, not only of your work, but of your work ethic, in terms of you seem to be very genuine and very humble at heart. So I and the High Spot Podcast appreciate that from you, a few minutes of your time. So before we exit AVN here, I want to do this one thing to you. I want to invite you to an exclusive club. Now, don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong. It's fair and based. All you got to do is put these two fingers up like this and touch. And now what that means is now you're officially part of the Jersey Wrecking Crew, meaning that all our followers here that watch the Adventures with the Trendsetter are now going to follow you. They're going to support you, and they're always going to have your back in everything you do, just as I do as well. So thank you so much. Where can people find you on social media?
I'm Aidra Fox on basically everything.
So just Google Aidra Fox, you lazy bastards, and you'll get this wonderful smile staring you right back in the face. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.